Chesnell Dorcius,
Yes, ma'am.
you are suing the defendant Claude Eicher
Yes.
for $7,000 for lost wages and violation of ethics codes in a sober living home you were living in?
Yes.
And do you run that home, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you're countersuing for $1,665 for unpaid rent and eviction fees?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we start from the beginning, sir? Tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, I came out here originally in 2009 to pursue a music career and entertainment. With entertainment, of course, I kind of fell off into drugs and started getting arrested. So upon my arrest last year, I was sentenced to a drug program.
What was your arrest for?
Possession of narcotics.
What kind of narcotics?
Illegal narcotics.
What kind? Because I was a prosecutor and I prosecuted drug cases in Manhattan, and you don't get arrested once for drugs and sent to a drug program unless the judge actually believes you have an addiction problem.
Okay.
So what were you in possession of?
Ecstasy.
Well, and how many arrests have you had for drugs?
Once.
Just that once? Okay, and they sentenced you to a drug program instead of going to jail?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was sentenced to a program last year and a probation. I've since then, last year, December, completed that program and completed that probation. So I'm no longer on that probation or program.
And you were using no drugs?
No.
You were completely sober?
I mean, I use my medication. I medicate myself with medicinal marijuana.
Okay.
But aside from that, no.
Okay, and when did you get a card to smoke, a medicinal marijuana card?
My first marijuana card is back in 2009 when I came here from Florida. And you got to renew it every year, though, so I renew it every year.
You just seem so thrilled about it.
Yeah, that's why I came.
But if you're in a sober living home, isn't the idea that other people are there because you don't want to be around any drugs? It doesn't matter if you have a card to smoke weed, it's still weed?
The thing is, I would never smoke on property.
You didn't smoke in the home?
No.
Okay. What's going on here, sir? When did he move into your home?
On the 22nd of April, I think. May.
April? Okay.
May.
Did he sign any paperwork before he moved in?
Yes, he did.
Let me see all the paperwork he signed.
Okay.
What's your background with the sober living home?
I'm the owner, and...
How long have you been running it?
15 years.
Is there any drug use at all allowed in the home?
None.
What about medicinal marijuana?
No, never. It's a trigger for most addicts, you know. They smell it, they want it, and then from there they go to the next thing, you know.
Did you reveal in your move-in paperwork that you had to smoke marijuana for medicinal purposes?
I didn't reveal that I did have to smoke it for medicinal purposes.
There's nowhere in your paperwork that you indicate that you have a medicinal marijuana card and you have to smoke marijuana for anxiety.
Coming up, the situation in the sober living house gets more serious.
The smell kind of triggered his jealous rage and gave him an excuse to kick me out.
Did you smoke weed before you came to court today?
No.
And later, 6 babies plus 4 mamas equals unlimited drama.
I get a call from one of his baby mothers. Dante crashed your car. We was just in a high-speed chase.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Did you call her and tell her?
No, because she was on vacation. I didn't want to ruin her trip.
How thoughtful of you.
Plaintiff Chesnell Dorcius says a wrongful eviction caused him to lose his job. He's suing for lost wages and violation of ethic codes. Defendant Claude Eicher says he was forced to evict Chesnell because he used drugs. He's suing for unpaid rent and eviction fees.
Were you aware that anyone else was smoking marijuana?
Actually, when he about 3 weeks in, that's when I found out that he was actually smoking it.
Were you aware that anyone else was smoking?
No one else was smoking. In fact, when he said that, he told me that he found heroin and cocaine in his room.
Did that happen?
No.
What happened?
That is a complete fabrication of the truth. The reason why I feel like it's prejudice is because, one, he interfered with my personal rights and privacy. And then going off of that alone just to kick me out, like you were supposed to make reasonable accommodations according to the Fair Housing Act for disabled people, because I am disabled officially according to the state. And so he didn't make any reasonable accommodations or an attempt. And with that, I felt a bit of a jealousy because I do work out there at the house. The smell kind of triggered his jealous rage and gave him an excuse to kick me out.
Did you smoke weed before you came to court today?
No.
I'm gonna ask you, sir, what happened? You smelled marijuana on him one day, and what happened?
Yeah, I smelled marijuana on it, and I confronted him about it.
What was the conversation?
I said, I think you're smoking marijuana. I smell marijuana in here. Are you smoking marijuana? He says, no, I'm not. I says, come on, man. I just test you and find out. Just
You denied
No,
it?
he did not
You
say
denied
that.
it?
He did not say that.
Can you answer my question?
Did I deny what?
Did you deny smoking
drug test?
marijuana to him?
No, I played it off. I came from church, ma'am, and I was in the spirit when I came home from church, okay? I smoked my medicinal marijuana right after the message. When I came in the house, being in the spirit, he asked me about a smell, so I went ahead and, I was comical about it. Nah, what are you smelling? I don't smell nothing. Ooh, doing my little weed high thing. So I closed my door, I thought about it, I just lied to him. Let me tell him the truth. I opened up the door and I told him I have a medical rec and license to smoke marijuana and to have it. And he said, with that alone, you have to get out.
You knew enough to lie to him because you knew that that was going to be a problem. So you move into this house. It clearly states throughout this paperwork that this is a drug-free recovery zone. Nowhere in this paperwork does it say that you have any right whatsoever to smoke marijuana and live there. Go ahead, sir.
I've got letters from...
Let me see that. You have affidavits? Let me see them. The fact that you moved into that home, a sober living home, without telling the owner and the person who runs this facility that you need to smoke marijuana because of your condition is a breach of this contract that you signed.
Sued him?
What proof do you have of lost wages, sir?
My check stub, what I used to make and what I don't make now because I was stressed. I'm gonna tell him our
Why are you suing him for lost wages?
Because I lost my job due to him. All the anxiety going to work every day, I'm supposed to be positive, trying to talk to people on the phone, and I'm sitting here worrying about where I'm gonna live at.
This lawsuit is really kind of ridiculous, what you're suing for
I know,
here.
but I was...
When did you move out, sir? When did you move out?
I moved out June 11th.
Why are you suing for $690, countersuing?
Okay, well, that's the rent for a month and a half, a month and a week.
I tendered the rent to him for June.
Yes, he did.
I tendered the rent for him, and he denied the rent that he's now asking for.
You rejected the money he offered you. At the time, you told him, no, you weren't taking the money, right?
Right.
Okay, so now you
But
can't come back and
the reason I
ask for
can't
that.
take his money, I'm running a sober living home. I have a duty to the other 9 people that are living there to run that sober living home. And I can't give him an excuse to say, well, he's accepting my rent. It must be okay for him to be here.
You know, I have to say I agree with him because you make up too many excuses for your behavior. You have an obligation to disclose, this is my issue. I want to move into this sober living facility, but I smoke weed and I have a medicinal marijuana card. It's a medical reason. This is the reason why I smoke marijuana. You did not disclose that in your paperwork. You did not disclose, by your own testimony today, you did not disclose that to the defendant, and the first time you smelled like marijuana, you lied and said that you weren't smoking. That's a real problem. He's trying to run a facility where people are alcohol and drug-free. He raises a great point. He cannot accept rent from you and allow you to continue to live there under those circumstances. But now that you're gone and you did live there, you owe him for the rent for those days that you lived there. Your claim is dismissed. I'm ordering you to pay the defendant $690. Judgment for the defendant.